Steph Curry and the Warriors next game. I've been looking forward to this for a while now. You know they'll be running and gunning. And Steph's gonna do 2 or 3 things that make you want to stop and stare. But we can't let that distract us. Because if we lose focus for even a second, they'll be up 20. So maybe it's up to me to put on a little show of my own.
We'll be bringing you an interconference matchup in this one. Welcome to 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. This is group here. Smith checked in for Gordon. Fournier comes in for Harris. Freaks checked in for Victor Oladipo. And it's Watson in for Payton. Golden State also making some changes. Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Barnes and Green are the forward set. Livingston is out there with Iguodala. And it's Spates in at the 5 down low. For the Orlando Magic, they come into this one following a loss to the 76ers in Philadelphia.
And I think they can hold their heads high from that performance, you know, despite the final score being what it was.
I agree with you. I mean, it was a tough game played in a tough environment on the road, and they were in it right until the bitter end, so that's good stuff.
Pass to Barnes, and so it looks like the Warriors will retain possession here. And while we have a second, let's see which squads have topped the league in assists during the past month. Number 5, the Warriors.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
Iguodala outside. Screen. Clock at 6. Here's Barnes. Rebound by the Magic. They're getting their first look of the season at the Warriors in this one.
Yeah, really a rare treat for the fans. The only time they'll get to see this matchup all season.
Interconference action here. 2 games in all between these 2 teams. It'll be fun to watch.
Green with a screen on Smith. Here's Barnes. And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. Just 4 to shoot. Iguodala, no good.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
Looking at the last game for the Golden State Warriors, it was...
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Watson kicks to Fournier to the middle. Here's Ryan, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Andre Iguodala.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Vucevic. And Golden State also making a change. Ezeli's checked in. Warriors leading by 8. Iguodala outside. Cans the shot from the wing. Iguodala's got 6.
It's been a very efficient first quarter for him. He's creating good opportunities and converting those that he creates.
Smith dishes to Fournier. Magic moving the ball around. 3 on 3. Here's the teardrop. Count that one. And now a 12-point Warrior lead.
Another bucket in the paint. That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done.
Ryan the pass to Smith. 6 on the shot clock. Freak kicks to Fournier. Knocks down the three ball. Fournier's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Golden State's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, Steve Kerr gave me a few moments to catch up with him. He told me that he's looking forward to this matchup, their first look at this team so far this season. He said they'll look to play up defensively. As usual, their length and shot blocking a great deterrent inside. Kevin?
Terrific, Doris. Thanks, guys. What's your take on that?
You know, I think it's probably the way to go. The defensive approach suits their style and their personnel. So I think you go with it.
Yeah, and you stay true to your identity, and theirs is clearly at the defensive end.
Here's Livingston, and it's sent back by Ryan. The Magic trail by 9. Watson kicks to Fournier. Freak with it, and it's Iguodala picking him up. Watson next for 2. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Iguodala dishes to Livingston. Lots of room. That ball's nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Livingston's got his second bucket tonight. Watson kicks to Freak. Out to the right wing. Pass to Fournier. There's the pick. Here's Ryan. No good on the triple.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there, and I'm sure he appreciated it.
And the offense has come together immediately. I mean, they're threatening to...
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get them fired up in the past.
Livingston kicks to Ezeli. Just watching Festus Ezeli out of Vanderbilt play. He's got the big body inside, moves pretty fluidly, adroit, good footwork. He's got the whole package.
Yeah, he does. He's a space eater. He's very strong physically. You said the fact that he's fairly agile makes him tough.
And they've clearly been the aggressors here early on, drawing fouls and working themselves to the line.
And that is always a good recipe for offensive efficiency and a key to their lead tonight.
Textbook. Nice pass, great catch, even better finish. You know, and Ezeli missing a lot of games with various injuries from the knee and ankle a season ago. He can be a quality rebounder and rim protector, but he's got to find a way to stay healthy.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Smith the pass to Ryan. Back to Smith. The feed now to Watson. Here's Fournier, covered by Barnes. Took the opportunity when he saw it. Watson's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for the Magic.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender.
And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor. I was going to say, Greg, Orlando going with an almost entirely new group here. Jason Smith, he's checked in for Gordon. Fournier comes in for Tobias Harris. Freak's checked in for Hezonja. And it's Watson in for Elfrid Payton. Different look here for the Warriors. Spates checked in for Bogut. Ezeli comes in for Green. Barnes, he's checked in for Andre Iguodala. And it's Livingston in for Curry. So for the Golden State Warriors right now, Thompson is the 2 with Barnes at the 3. Ezeli is out there with Maurice Spates. And it's Livingston in at the 1 spot. Spates sets a screen and stolen by Freak. And up the court come the Magic on the break. Watson's running. Here's Smith. That's good, and the assist goes to Watson. And it's a 5-point Orlando lead. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Magic?
And it's been about their defense. They're playing with a frenetic pace, putting a lot of pressure on the ball handlers and forcing turnovers.
You know, another thing they've done well, guys, this first half is challenge shooters and change shots. A bunch of block shots early.
Feeds it to Freak. Now the pass to Watson. Shot clock at 5. Here
now.
They really are, and their last 3 buckets have come by way of an assist.
Spate to Barnes. Here's the screen.
Shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Freak kicks to Fournier. Here's Ryan. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup. Freak's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense, Greg, has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Here's Livingston. Soft touch off the glass. Livingston's got his 3rd basket of the night.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Now here's Freak. He's covered by Thompson. Watson kicks to Freak. Vucevic trying to get open. Good D by Thompson.
You know, he can be a little hesitant near the rim. We saw it there. If the defense offers just a little bit of resistance, he doesn't take it up quite strong enough.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Pass to Watson. Smith kicks to Freak. Yes, and it's Smith with the assist that time. Freak's got the lead up to 7 now for Orlando.
Nice work on the inside. Hard to get that one up and over the big fella.
Well, it's not supposed to be easy down there, and a little artistry on the inside helped him make it happen.
Thompson outside, and the foul called on Freak. That's his first foul. Aaron Gordon is checking in for Orlando. On defense, Orlando. And counted. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
They ran that inbounds play perfectly there to get the quick hitter.
And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. Livingston dishes to Thompson. Kicks it to Livingston. Now here's Spates. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Ezeli. It's to Gordon. He feeds it to Freak. Outside Gordon. He kicks to Fournier. Shot clock at 6. And he was camped in the lane there, and he gets the 3-second call. The three-point game, such a big part of the NBA. Let's see the best teams at it. The Warriors, number 1.
You know, unlike some of the other team statistics, there are a few key guys who have helped get them to the top of the leaderboard more than other teams. I mean, this is an outstanding three-point shooting team. They take advantage of their strengths by getting good looks from behind the arc.
Here is Livingston. He's got 6. They set the pick. So the whistle blows on the shot, and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
And how about Shaun Livingston? Just a terrific comeback story. Of course, he suffered that famous knee injury, one of the worst I've ever seen, and he has willed himself back to become a valuable player in this league.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Gordon. Fournier's shot is off. Warriors trail by 4. Dishes it to Barnes. Great D that time from Vucevic.
No one to blame on that one but himself. You get looks like that, you've got to take advantage.
Watson kicks to Freak. Wide open. It's good, and Watson picking up the assist. And 12 points for Freak.
And we always talk about making your teammate better. That assist was right on target.
And the foul called on Freak. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the free throw line for 2. First free throw is good.
And they're having a lot of trouble at the line today. And unfortunately, it's the kind of day we've seen this team have a lot. Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Can't get it to go. And the first half comes.
Well, a very slow start to this basketball game, but you got back in it late. How important was it to trim this lead before the half?
Getting it closer meant a lot to us, but we know we still have a lot of work to do. Being in striking distance to start the next half makes a big difference, though. We didn't feel like, winning the spot.
Kevin, back to you.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half. So for the Magic, Hezonja, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Freak comes in for Oladipo. And it's Watson in for Elfrid Payton. Then for the Warriors, Spates checked in for Bogut. Iguodala comes in for Barnes. And it's Livingston in for Klay Thompson. Harris at the 4, Vucevic in the middle. Freak is out there with Watson. And it's Hezonja in at the 3. That's who's out there for Orlando.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
And Doris Burke.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the 76ers was a big factor. He ended with 11 points, and he was able to dish out a few helpers to teammates as well. He really was the second unit for his team in a great performance, guys.
All right, thank you as always, Doris. And another special game from a player that we know is incredibly capable for this team.
Yeah, and he proved his value again in that last game. I mean, he's a cog in their machine, no doubt.
Yeah, and they're going to need a few other players to lend a bigger hand today. I mean, they can't expect him to carry the entire load 2 games in a row.
Pick by Vucevic. Pass to Ryan. Off the pick. It's rebounded by Livingston. Warriors trail by 3. Outside Curry. He dishes it to Livingston. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Curry kicks to Spates. Vucevic with the block. And even 3-on-3 break. Harris outside. To the middle. Here's Ryan. Can't hit. Great D that time from Curry.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
And here we go. Fast break. Freak's got it. Basket is good. The assist from Harris. 15 points for Freak.
You know, it's really hard not to notice the difference in the passing of these two teams today.
It's a stark discrepancy when you look at the assist columns and you see that difference as far as the fluidity in their respective offenses.
Harris outside. Passes it to Ryan. Down low, here's Watson. A good finish at the rack off the slick feet. And now an 8-point Magic lead.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Green with a screen for Curry. Vucevic against Spates. And just miss after miss right now.
And that was a difficult shot from mid-range simply because the defense was engaged.
Yeah, and I think the quickness of the closeout really threw him off.
Well, folks, tonight a great rebounding game we're watching in progress. And now, with that in mind, let's take a look at the all-time record for rebounds in a single game. How about Wilt Chamberlain with 55 rebounds back on November 24th, 1960.
And guys, that's one of those records that always seemed to me impossible to break. I mean, in the modern era, nobody's even sniffed that 55 rebound mark. I mean, heck, a lot of teams don't get 55 rebounds in a game, and Wilt's owned it since 1960.
Curry attacking. Iguodala outside. Inside. Ezeli pops loose off the pick and hammers it home.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Vucevic to the pass to Ryan. Can't hit from the low block. Warriors trail by 8. Guys are looking for
a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
The feed to Livingston. There's the pass to Curry. Here's Spates. Bounces high off the rim and drops.
You know, the defense has got to do a much better job of